and it would be to save yourself.
Wow, I put the same thing.
I have young African.
I put teens, love yourself. Because I don't think these kids now love themselves.
You deserve the best. You're worth it. Crazy. Wow. So I guess I'm not alone in that. That's what I wrote. I wrote youth and save yourself for someone special. Yeah. Because I just think in today's society, a lot of youth are not valuing. Well, unfortunately, they don't have the right role models with society to look up to, and I'm happy and grateful that we're a platform for the youth to let them know that you know, there is hope out there. There is someone there that values you more than you value yourself. But what's most important is that you need to make sure that you save yourself, and I don't mean save yourself in terms of just sexual, and I mean overall, a general aspect of life, to just know that anything you want to do in life is possible, so save yourself for it. You know what I mean? Like, just keep going, don't give up, and just, so for me, it is you.
And it's funny that you brought up the issue of role model, because my thing with my children is that Jay-Z and Beyonce are entertainers. They cannot be your role model. Your role model needs to be someone you can feel, touch. When you get into a crisis, you can pick up the phone, call them, someone that can be there to be supportive. And I think that's what kids get confused now. It's nice to look up to celebrities for certain things, and you may, you know, like their crafts, but a role model needs to be a real person. It can be a neighbor, it could be the mail lady, it could be the Jesus in the bodega, it could be anybody, but it needs to be someone that you feel that you have a connection with, a bond with, and that you can go to. If you're in a crisis and you can't talk to your mom, you can't talk to your dad, you can't talk to anybody, you have this person, this real person that you can reach out to and express yourself, and they'll be willing to help you.
And you would value their opinion more than hearing it 10 yards or 10 miles or airways away from someone telling you you can be X, Y, Z. Even in this case, like, we're a webisode, but we're literally in your backyard. You know, we're not, you know, we're not untouchable. You know, we give you the option to chat live with us, to call in. So, you know, she's using, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce as an example, but, you know, Bklyns Bridge is also an example, you know what I'm saying? So we're a platform as well where we want to feel connected to the youth, and you know, this show is not just about adult conversations, and hopefully we make people aware and parents aware of what their kids could be going through, you know, and things like that, etc. So, you know, hopefully it touches someone.
It's so funny that, I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's so funny that all of us said the same exact thing, because today at work I was having a conversation with my coworker, and you know,
my answer was different for the record.
I'm sorry?
I said my answer was different for the record.
Okay, well,
the majority of us.
The majority.
This is a majority rules group, so
okay. So we pretty much had a discussion about, I was telling her about what the show was, you know, primarily about, and she told me that she recently got on Facebook. She received a link from a couple of her girlfriends. She's in she has a group of her own with her girlfriends who are like it's like a social network, not a network, but a social club. And she got a link on Facebook, and it was a link that was on YouTube with two young boys. She said they didn't look like they were even over 15. She said, and the young girl. And she said, and the young boy was taping the girl and the young boy having sex in the staircase on Facebook. And then the young girl was like, yeah, I'm their down-ass chick, you know. And it's so crazy because we want to get out there, you know, be aware that you are worth more than being just two dudes in a staircase down-ass chick, because... I mean, it's crazy because nobody taught her that she's worth a lot more than the staircase. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad that it takes it's, don't get me to crying, but it's just sad.
Yeah. And I just wanted to add to that, you know, that we are real people, and you know, it's 7 of us, and no, we may not be able to reach everyone, but we're real people. So if, you know, if you're having an issue, if you're a teenage girl and you're having an issue, or if you have a daughter, a cousin, anybody that's having an issue, and you think that we could help by, if you reach out to us, you think that we can help and enlighten them and, talk to them and give them some information, please feel free to reach out to us, because we are 7 real women really living in Brooklyn, and you may run into us anywhere, downtown Brooklyn, on Pickens Avenue, on J train, on the A train, just anywhere, because we're real people. And if you watch and you see us in the street, by all means, stop us, say hello, let us know you watch the show, and we may have topics that you may want us to discuss, or we may be able to just touch upon something that we offered here already. But, just know that we are real people, and we do want to help address real issues.
So, Felicia, given your talents, passion, and values, how could you use these resources to serve, help, to contribute to people and places and things?
Well, to be honest, I'm still trying to find out what my God-given talents are. I feel like I'm a multi-talented person, so to define one specific talent is not easy for me.
But with the talents that you do have, or what you are aware of, what would you do, or how would you use those to inspire others?
Well, currently what I am doing is just trying to help 2 individuals who are youths at this time try and get their lives together. So I don't know if that really is me using my talents to do that, but it's just me trying to help somebody else get themselves together. I don't know if it has anything to do with my talents.
I think so. I mean, it's 1 person at a time, 2 people at a time.
Right, but I mean, that's what I'm doing currently. Just trying to help them get themselves together, because they came from broken homes and they need help and assistance and somebody to love them, and that's what I'm doing.
Wow. Okay. So like we said before, these questions are designed to make you pay attention to what you value most. And by participating in this exercise, I'm hoping that the path to recognizing your life's purpose will start to unfold. So I'm asking the panel here, the group here, how have these questions brought you closer to realizing what you're put on earth for? And you may look at it and feel like you may not know, but I think that when you look down the list and you look at your answers, what pops out most, or what's repeated the most, is what resonates with you and possibly gets you closer to what your purpose is in life and what you're here for. So now it's time for Brooklyn's Bridge to have an open discussion on their purpose and how much closer they came to their purpose. And we're hoping that this exercise was just as good for you, so that even if it's 1 person watching, 5 people watching, we are all taking steps closer to getting to where we should be, or what we should be doing in this life. So now it's the open forum for whomever to discuss how much closer they're getting to their purpose, or maybe, or hopefully, if you've seen something in here that made you realize what's most important to you.
I did. Every single question that I answered, it had something to do with kids, helping children, advice. Like, one of us is a nonprofit to educate women and children. I don't know where that came from. Daycare, elder care, women's shelter. Who's my inspiration? My mom, Michelle. And basically, number 10, what I wrote, right off the top of my head, is I would like to run a national organization catering to the needs of women and children at risk.
Wow. So it seems like...
That's it.
It seems like...
Now, my number 1 goal before this was to make as much money as possible. So, comfort, all that other stuff. Because that's what you think. You think, oh my God, I want my independence. I want to, be rich, no stress. But what I really want to do subconsciously, clearly, and this says nonprofit, which is, I don't do anything nonprofit. But, not money. But it's crazy that subconsciously, I'm thinking, I need like 5 different ways of making some money so that I can have the comfort and freedom, etc. But what I want to do is run a national nonprofit organization. Well, that's not crazy?
Well, they say that, there is money in nonprofits. Let's put that out there. And they say that
Well, I don't even say they say.
Sorry.
My theory is, because I don't know who they is. You know, you like they say. You be like, who's they? Who's they? I believe that, this is my philosophy, that if you find what you enjoy doing and let it make money for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's my philosophy. That's what I feel. And I'm still searching for my own philosophy, you know, because I know that there's several things that I do enjoy doing, and I have dapped into some of them here and there to make money from them, but I need to make a living from them. You know what I'm saying?
That's what the topic teaser said. And it's funny because I do a lot of thinking, like, to myself. And I came up with this idea that if you want to be a musician, why not be a musician? Why not make $40,000 being a musician and be happy, as opposed to being something else and being unhappy? Why?
Well, because happiness doesn't have a value, and I think a lot of people don't recognize that.
Exactly.
You know, I recognize that from leaving, you know, where I was working and, you know, stepping out on faith and realize that I've been the happiest with no money than I was going to slave at someone's job, in my opinion, every day, not spending family time, you know, with my daughter and things that I wanted to do, because I was getting a paycheck and I was giving my paycheck right back to them. And now I'm the happiest, literally, I was. Wow. And now I'm the happiest, you know, making it work with what I have and appreciating it more.
Right. And having the freedom.
Right, and having the freedom.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's not a struggle, but when you realize what really matters in life, you realize that do you really need 100 pair of shoes?
Yeah, I'm about to have an India moment right now. With the tears.
That's
crazy.
you know, like you don't.
Wow. Yeah. I'm going to keep this card, Taisha. As a reminder.
That's right. Put it on your vision board.
Wow.
This is something that I've been toying with in my mind for a couple of years now. And I actually think that I know my purpose. And my purpose is overall to help people. I actually find fulfillment in seeing other people be happy. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if it's a stranger on the street, if it's a family member, if it's a friend. I just enjoy seeing people be happy. Like that's
don't call the crying moment.
Why did you pick this topic?
It really
I know, but you have to let. But this
because sorry, like what she's saying is like what I feel, and like for a long time I always said, like what is my purpose? I know that like I like to help people not start their business, but if this is your business, like Kiwani has her Simply Timeless, which is the party planning business, and I love to help her because that's something that I love to do, even though, you know, I do make money from it, but even if I didn't make any money from it, it's something that I love to do. And not that I feel like that's my purpose in life, but when Monique and I had the t-shirt business, it was something that I loved to do, and I enjoyed doing it, and it made me happy, just like what Kiwani said, helping other people.
Yes.
It makes me happy.
It's true.
And then I think at the same time, like once you find your purpose, does that mean that that's the end?
No, it's not the end. It's only the beginning. Yeah. And I think what people don't realize, I think a lot of people know their purpose deep down inside, but they just don't want to face up to the fact that this is their purpose, because overall what their purpose is something that they never imagined to be what their purpose is.
Or their purpose could be what they don't think other people looking at them is supposed to be.
Exactly. Well, or they don't think their purpose will be accepted.
Exactly. It's a judgment call by others.
And I mean, when I look at myself, I'm like, I wanted to be a nurse. I didn't become a nurse, but I became an executive assistant. I have my business where I help plan weddings, parties, whatever. I volunteer at my church. I'm like, all of that is dealing with people and helping people, regardless to what facet of life it is. It's all helping people. And that's what I think you know, that's what I know my